What's up, people? Welcome back. Got a cool video for you guys today. We're down here in Florida, man, and I want to kind of go through how I attack a Florida lake. Florida's a very unique place. We're here in mid-February, and what's really cool about Florida, because the water temps are so warm, you'll still experience things like shad spawn, even though it's February, where most of the country we're experiencing that in late April, May, and into June. But here in Florida, that can take place in January, February sometimes. So that's a big deal. You got bass spawning right now. You still got fish offshore pre-spawning. A lot of things going on. And I'm just gonna take you guys out on the lake with me. We'll go through a little bit of everything and see what we can catch. And maybe this might help you guys if you're ever down in Florida. And to be honest with you, some of these techniques and some of these ways that I'll attack this lake apply to many other lakes across the country, not just Florida. But nevertheless, it should be a fun day. Let's go. All right, folks, so we're starting this morning off. Got a little scatter hydrilla out here under the water, kind of like at the mouth of a spawning bay, which I got some tulies in front of me, some Kissimmee grass, a lot of good habitat where these fish could spawn. And we'll check some of that stuff here shortly, but for the first hour, I'm gonna say we're gonna just wind around a chatterbait and a rattle trap and see just in fact who might be hanging around looking for old shad. Somebody always looking for a shad. Fat boy. Alright, there we go. Got us one. Jerk bait this morning. Fish is sitting around a clump of grass, eating some shad. Kind of like what I expected. I thought there would be a lot more activity, shad spawn style activity, but there wasn't, and that's alright. It is what it is, but you can still trick one. Oh. You can still trick a couple on the old turkey plug. Not a big one, but he tricked. That's the main thing. Not a big one, but he tricked. Pound and 3/4. So obviously, you know, on those couple of fish right there, I'm using forward-facing sonar. And you know, it is what it is. It's a tool that, you know, I'm gonna utilize, of course, as a professional angler to help find me a couple extra bass. But to help you guys out to understand what I'm doing is, there's isolated clumps of hydrilla out here, and those shad, a lot of people don't realize this, shad spawn on visual objects, but then they also spawn on things you can't see, like brush piles, patches of grass underwater, you know, lily pad stems, things like that. Those shad will still spawn. So these are high percentage areas to be looking for, whether you're scoping or not, to find these fish and catch them. So literally that's what I'm doing right now. So I didn't see any activity on the surface, so I started looking subsurface. It caught us a couple. Whoa. Yes, sir. Calm down, bud. I got you now. All right, there we go. They liking the old jerk bait this morning. Like I said, I didn't see a lot of, it's a solid one. I didn't see a lot of activity on the surface, but old Scopey getting it done. I'm scoping with the scope stick, which is what you're supposed to do, folks. There he is. Baby boy. And I do mean baby boy. Huh. 1/4 ounce trap. Rigged him up too. Another good bait for the shad spawn. But I noticed the bait in here was real small, so I switched up to a 1/4 ounce trap, which is probably the most slept on trap that Bill Lewis makes, but it's a fish catcher for sure. Not always. Oh gosh, I just got smoked. Golly, not always them babies neither. I've caught a lot of 5-pounders on you. All right, stay still, buddy. All right, not a big one by no means, but a flip fish, which is always cool. And I want to show you guys something real quick. Put him back. He ain't that big. You come down here to Florida, I'm gonna say you almost gotta have this bad boy right here. Black and blue with the blue tail. It's just famous down here in Florida. Flipping lily, just flipping it, period. You can flip it on pads, you flip it in toolies, you flip it on buggy whips, it doesn't matter. It's just a bait that they just love. And that right there was the buck. So a lot of times you can flip right back in there and put me a new one on and catch the female. This one's a Bass Pro Shop on a Sticko, but I mean, whatever you like. This one does a little bit better, in my opinion, than some of the other ones when you're flipping like this, because it's just a little bit of a stiffer plastic. That's it right there. Boy, that's a bad boy down here. Dude, when they bite, so they're so slick. The way they bite, I almost didn't feel that, dude. Oh, he got off, dude. That was a good one, bro. God, did you see that?
I saw you get locked up when he was at the hook.
Well, I had to read too, but I had him. God. And the braid did what it was supposed to do. It cut the pad. Yes, sir. That ain't suck. That ain't suck at all. On a nice little ISO pad. 2.5 pounder. Black and blue. Stickworm. Sticko. Dude, I love that. Ain't nothing like flipping in them pads and it gets heavy. Something special about that. Something absolutely special about that. And what's cool is we're here in Feb, like I talked to you guys about, mid-February. They're moving up, right? And any one of those flips in Florida, I mean, you know, 8 to 10 pounder. And that's just the facts. It can be. So I love that. And then we just don't get to fish like this a lot, you know? Like, rarely do we go to grass fisheries where you can flip and actually do well. And so when I get an opportunity to come out and do this, I'm all about it. Damn, I just seen one hit them pads right there. Something, I don't know if it was a bass, but I seen something. Sometimes you'll see them suckers. He was right there. They'll be on them pads and they'll just make a move, you know? Did he get off? Bro. Big one, dude. Off. God. Dang it, dude. That was not a little one, bro. Yeah. Unbelievable, bro. That was not a little one. You hear me? he bit me weird. Like I pulled it over a clump and then drop it back in, and then he bit, and it was, I don't know, it was just weird. And so we kind of got back into this zone where we started this morning, and they were swimming around quite a bit. And some of them were kind of posted up on a little scattered hydrilla out there, which is why we picked up the trap and were able to catch them. But now I think, you know, the sun's high. Not only you got fish wanting to slide into these pads to spawn, I think you'll just have some of those roamers pulling here just for the shade, you know, and then the extra cover. These pad stems, the tops of these pads, I mean, they provide a lot of shade, a lot of cover, bluegill hang out. It's really just a fishy place. You know, lily pads in general is a fishy place, but when you factor in springtime and a spawn, it's even fishier. Yes, sir. I did that one perfect. Look, and look how he's hooked. Look how he's hooked. That's how you want to hook one, right there. Top dead center. I'll let him have it for a minute. Swim off with it a little bit, which is really hard to do. And there we go. That's a nice one. 2 3/4, almost a 3-pounder. Heck yeah. Hey, anytime you get that braid singing, happy man. I'm a happy guy. Oh, Sticko, you doing a little work for me. That felt good. So the day has kind of progressed, and then once that sun gets up, springtime down here in Florida, I mean, flipping is probably one of your best bets, unless you fish in offshore grass. A lot of these fish are trying to come in here to spawn, and it could be tedious and time consuming, but I'm telling you, it could be very, very rewarding. You might catch the biggest fish of your life, especially down here. So I'm gonna keep diving my cricket around, see if we can't catch another one or two. That felt good, boy, I love that. All right, something very, very important, guys, when you're flipping, especially like pads, or if you're flipping mats or reeds or anything like that, you'll notice the way I got my boat positioned. It's super windy out here today. It's probably blowing about 12 to 13 miles an hour. Makes it even more difficult to flip. You always want to position yourself with your wind to your back, and that'll allow you to make accurate flips and for your bait to continue to fall right in place where it needs to fall in order to generate that bite. So if you try to come at it from a side angle, you're gonna have a big bow in your line going this way, or if you try to come straight in, you're gonna have a big bow coming back to you, and you won't be able to get the right presentation. You need that bait to fall straight down into the heart of the cover for you to get that strike. And so putting the wind to your back is definitely your best bet. Uh-huh. Hey, that just don't get old, fellas. Just not. 2-pounder. How come they don't be hooked up like that on game day and stay hooked up? Why? Anybody know why? Why?
Because it's game day.
Jesus.
That's why. Only because it's game day.
Coming smooth off, bruh. But I will be honest, when I'm not on tournament mode, I am more patient. So like, I let that fish hold it and have it for a minute, you know, whoop-de-whoop. so good. Where them females at? There we go. God dang it, that was a freaking big one, dude. Golly, that was a big one. Unbelievable. She dogged me, bruh. That's number 2 for today. Dang it.
All the big ones always get off, huh?
Unbelievable. Did you see her pulling?
Yeah.
She was getting out of there, bro. Oh my gosh. The price you play when you dive around in pads, man. I was just talking about how they don't never come off on practice day when I'm catting off, and then that just happened. Golly, dude. That's the thing too, guys. I mean, you come out here and you diving around in pads, you're gonna lose some. You just hope that it ain't the big one. And I've lost 2 big ones today. The other ones were in buggy whips, but heavy cover like this, I got a heavy action rod, high speed reel, braid, and it just don't even matter, dude. And it is what it is. Hey, we got Skeeter Reese calling us. Hang on, folks. Skeeter. A little bit. It's not great. It's not great, but if you settle down and slow down and flip pads, you get a few bites.
Any big ones?
I literally just sat down. I just lost one, dude. I don't know, between 5 and 6. Just dogged me, bro. I just couldn't do nothing with her. I lost 2 big ones today. Golly, I just got dogged, big dog. Like a little boy. Okay. You ain't dogged me. Next flip. How about that? All right, buddy. Come on, bud. There we go.
Top of the dome.
Bruh. Never. See, this is what blows my mind. Okay, guys. This is what blows my mind. Y'all saw I just got dogged by a biggin. Just dogged me. Look at this one. You could not pay for that fish to come off. Look at the inside. It ain't happening. He can't come off. He can't come off. But the biggin can come off. This is how it goes. Solid fish, 3-pounder. This is fun. Dude, I don't even know how we did this stuff without power poles before. So shout out power pole, man. Of course, I'm running a power pole 8-foot blades, and I'm also running a power pole move, which I'm very impressed with. Super quiet, super quiet. And when you fishing shallow like this, quiet and efficiency is paramount. So I'm just literally sitting here on a power pole. I have not moved for over 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe, and I'm just picking these pads apart. And that's another thing. You gotta be thorough in these pads, man. You wanna go through and you wanna fish fast, but you gotta take your time and pick it apart, because it's gonna be that one little pad that you didn't flip. That's where the 7-pounder was sitting. And here comes Chris Lane behind you, pow, and you in trouble. That really happened to me. That's a true story. Golly. Little guy scared me. Boy.
That sounds pretty good, bro.
Sound real good. Damn. Hey, bro. Look at the hook placement. Come on, bruh. Really?
What's DJ Khaled always say?
Another one.
Another one.
Hey, look. My favorite way to catch a bass, too. Gosh, Lee. It don't get no better. In my book. Y'all can have that. Y'all can have them top water blow ups. Y'all can have them. I like top water. I love a blow up. Y'all can have them. Me, I'm a dob. Dobby dob. Abu Dhabi. I don't even know what that means, but I've heard that word before.
Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, that's a place.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
like in Middle East.
Yeah. That's my on the lake.
That's
Abu
where
Dhabi.
You going to Abu Dhabi?
Yeah. Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
No, I know. I'm saying Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
I didn't make my own country. Abu Dhabi. Mark, where you from? Abu Dhabi. I mean, these ain't giants, but these are healthy, chunky fish, bro. And on a big stick, it literally don't get no better. Oh man, I'm gonna stay out here till dark doing this. Y'all just gonna have to hang out with me, cause I ain't leaving. I ain't leaving. Well, I might, cause I'm about to run out of these. But other than that, I ain't leaving. Power pole down and just have fun. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
One left.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead and start the truck.
Golly, where the trailer at? Now y'all know. Now y'all know better than that. Huh? Come on now. Yes, sir.
Should have locked here yesterday.
Look at the hook, bro. Unbelievable. Yes, sir. Yeah. These pads are juicy. These pads are juice. Right through here, bro. Yeah. Oh. Oh. I can see her. I see something. Not that big. Well, I thought that was a big one, bro.
I did too for a second.
Yeah.
This is it.
He was taking off. Look how good he was hooked. He was never coming off, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's the difference of a practice bass and a tournament bass. These suckers like this don't. It was everything I could do. Mr. 2 1/4. We had ourselves a day, boy. Look, I got my hat on backwards. I put my rally cap on. I didn't caught so many. I didn't even realize. I forgot that was like that. Oh man, it's a good little spot. Dang, I thought that was him, dude. All right, folks, we just wrapped up a hell of a day out here on a local Florida lake in the Harris Chain area. I ain't gonna give it up.
We call it Lake X over here.
Lake X over here, okay. Hey, but I'm with my boy. Y'all know James, man. My boy James Ford, man.
What's up?
Shout out to my boy, man. Hey, he got property here on the lake, so I had to come pull up on him real quick. Got the side-by-side out, so we're gonna sit here and chat and BS. I'm gonna eat an apple, you know what I'm saying? and do a healthy way. But had to go see my boy, man.
I appreciate you pulling up on
So
me, bro.
what's the season looking like for you? What you gonna fish this year?
Bro, actually this year is kind of like this is my jackpot year, bro. I ain't
Okay.
doing much. I kind of fell back. I got, as you see, things in motion
Stuff,
right now.
yeah,
so
yeah.
I mean, further, I mean, I might jump in a couple of the opens and jump in the Toyotas and
Okay.
fish the Southern and give it a go, bro. Give it a go.
Hey, look, y'all don't follow my boy, check him out, man. He put out some hella good content. Florida boy to the core, as you know, and he knows these lakes around here, man. So I'm gonna sit back, kick it with my boy for a minute, man. But we closing out the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it, man. I had a hell of a day with that flipping stick in my hand. Y'all saw the Cinco going to work, the Sticko, technically, Bass Pro Shops brand, but that's Florida fishing, man. We tried to do some other things, but when it was all said and done, the flipping stick prevailed. So I appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, all that good jazz for me, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.